Okay, hello trumpet players. Welcome to our classroom for the next little bit. We're going to spend this next few weeks really digging into our playing and our practice habits. How to practice is really what we're going to be tackling for the next little bit. This is super important because so often teachers just say, go practice. Music teachers are especially guilty of that. And they never teach you how to practice. We talked a little bit about this in class in middle school, but we haven't talked about it in 5th grade yet. It would be like if Mr. Dean or Mr. Williamson just looked at you and said, go get strong, and didn't actually teach you any of the exercises, games, sports that help you develop as an athlete. I'm asking you to develop as a musician, and it's my job to give you exercises and practice techniques so that you can do that. It's hard to do that when there are 15 to 25 of you in a room. So this gives us a really great opportunity for you to dig in and us to have private lessons every week in this format. So today we are especially going to be talking about 3 things. We're going to be talking about buzzing. You've heard me speak about this, but I will speak about it more and talk about why it's important. 2, we're going to be talking about posture and breathing. How to get sound. Sound is important. Good sound's even better. And 3, long tones, which are a musician's best friend. So, of these 3, let's talk about buzzing first. You have this glorious little piece of metal, this little mouthpiece. Yours is probably silver. Make sure it's nice and warm. It hasn't been sitting out in the frigid Hong Kong winter. And you're going to take it, purse your lips real hard, like you're eating something sour. Bring it up to your mouth, right in the middle, and buzz. Now the sound you're looking for out of here is pursing your lips together real tight, making a tiny hole in the middle, and buzzing. This would be a fun activity for you to bring your parents or your siblings in on as well, even if they are not brass players. So just try to get that buzz without your mouthpiece first. Pursing your lips nice and tight together and going. Make it a competition. Bring a sibling, a parent in, and see who can do it the longest with the most sustained tone. I'm going to try to do it my longest right now. Going to do the exact same thing with the hunk of metal mouthpiece now, right? Now that's just whatever tone you can hit first is what you're getting there. I want you to focus on raising that tone and lowering that tone. To lower the tone, your lips get looser. To tighten the tone, your lips get tighter. Just in the middle here, right? So if I want to lower it, I always find it helps to lower my jaw too, to drop my jaw. So raise your top lip over your bottom lip. Right? And to go up, it is the opposite. Purse your lips tighter together and aim for those high notes. I always find it helps to push my jaw outwards, my bottom of my mouth outwards while I do this. Right? Now, I want you to pause, do a couple exercises with that. Make sure you can get all the way up, all the way down comfortably. Tongue. To get that sound going. Now, when we play trumpet, you know you have to sit with proper posture whenever you play an instrument. And that posture looks like an incredibly straight back, right? All straight there. I can see myself on a camera over here. That stays that way. When you let air out of your body, you are not a balloon. You do not collapse. You have to stay nice and straight up all the time, The trumpet, when you hold it, is parallel to the ground, always. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. I want to see it right in the middle. Your left hand grips the middle, the three valves. Thumb, middle finger, one thumb, and third finger in the ring. Your right hand, 1, 2, 3 on the conveniently placed valves, and your pinky finger either on top of the ring or comfortably in the ring. I'm okay with it being in the ring. Some people aren't. Now, that first note we're going for is C. Let's head over to my other note and talk about what this looks like for a trumpet player. I have clarinet fingerings up here. You do not need to worry about that. Let's look at the trumpet down here. So, your first note is a C. That is open. So I will draw 3 empty hollow holes. Those represent your 3 valves. This is your first finger. This is your second finger, your middle finger. And then this is your third finger, ring finger, right? 1, 2, 3. So it actually is going to look like 1, 2, 3. Now, hit that note with me, match it, and make sure it's sustained. Notice when I play, my elbows are comfortably pointed outwards. I'm holding it in proper position, straight back. I am not down like this, compressing my lungs. I also play with my trumpet slightly rotated to the right. It is more comfortable for me, and it doesn't ruin my technique. So you can play it top down if you want. I prefer to play it a little bit sideways. Don't do this though. All the way sideways? No. It's your first note. Your second note is D. D is played with your first valve closed, your second valve open, and your third valve closed, right? So that looks like your first finger and your third finger, the one closest to you and the one furthest away. It sounds like match that pitch. E is your first finger valve down and your second finger valve down and nothing on your third one. Match this pitch. Right? F is just your first valve down. Nothing on your second valve, nothing on your third valve. And then lastly, G is completely open. So it has the same fingering as C. See that? But your lips are going to make that difference. So the note won't sound the same because your lips will be tighter. Tight lips, open. Those are your first 5 notes. What we're going to dig into now is playing long tones. So, knowing your fingerings and knowing those 5 notes, you are going to get yourself a metronome. Metronomes are incredibly useful when you practice. They hold you accountable to certain times, certain tempos, and this is going to keep us accountable. So what we are going to do is play 8 beats of C, and then rest for 8 beats. 8 beats of D, rest for 8. E for 8, rest for 8. F for 8, rest for 8. G for 8, done. You can find metronomes on any app store. You can Google the word metronome and it will come up with a metronome, and you're going to set it to 80. And you're going to do this. You're going to play along with me, starting on C. Ready? 1, 2, deep breath. Rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, D. Rest. E. Rest. your first 5 notes. Notice when I hold a note out, it starts the same, ends the same, and is stable the whole way through. That's what we're trying to do. We don't want to do a note that kind of waves around and has turbulence like you're on an airplane, right? You don't want a note that sounds like this. Right? That means you're attacking it with your air right at the same point, holding the same amount of air, and releasing it at the end cleanly. One of the best ways to practice this is, you guessed it, just buzzing it. That's our C, that's our first note. Find that. Right? There's your C. Now, you're going to play 8 beats on, 8 beats off, find the next note. So do, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our next note. Rest. This is our next note. Go.